If you are looking for a great way to improve your English listening and speaking skills at the same time, then you clicked on the right video. Welcome back to my 260,000 plus amazing students. Today, we have Speak on the Spot, Episode 3. Let me remind you how it works. We will get 10 random topics to talk about today. Could be something about travel, food, movies, music. Practice your English listening skills as I give you a demonstration of how to talk about that topic. I'll go first and talk for a full minute. Then it will be your turn. Take your minute and push all the way through. Try to talk for the entire time. And for bonus points, try to use the target expression. Click like on this video, say hello in the comments, and let's jump in. Our first random topic for today is catching up with an old friend. The target expression is catch up, meaning to talk with someone you haven't seen for a while and share updates about your lives, to catch up with them, right? For example, I called my college roommate to catch up on everything that's happened since graduation. Or we planned to meet at a cafe this weekend so we can catch up face to face. I'll go first. Here's my demonstration. You just focus on listening. Catching up with an old friend is something I haven't done in a long time. You know, I see my friends pretty often, but I do have a lot of old friends who I don't live next to anymore, right? I don't live by them or near them anymore, not like I used to. And so I haven't seen them in a long time. And catching up with them is something I would love to do. In fact, I will have a chance to do a lot of that this summer because I will be getting married. Yeah, this summer, I'm getting married, I'm having my wedding, and a lot of my old friends who I haven't seen for many, many years are going to come to the wedding, and fortunately, we will have a chance to catch up. I'm really, really looking forward to that and thankful for a chance to do that. That was my minute. I talked all the way through about the topic, catching up with an old friend. Now it's your turn. Push yourself to keep talking, even if you don't know what to say. And if you can, try to use the target bonus expression. Ready? Go for it. Our second random topic for today is taking a day trip. Taking a day trip. Yeah, not a long trip, right? A day trip. You go somewhere for the day, and the target expression is get away. To go somewhere for a short time to relax or take a break from daily routines. For example, we decided to get away for the day and drove to a nearby beach. Sometimes a quick hike in the mountains is all I need to get away and recharge. Time to practice your listening skills again. I'm going to go first. Here's my minute on this random topic, taking a day trip. Here I go. You know, taking a day trip is something I love to do. It's something I really enjoy, but unfortunately, it's something I haven't done in a long time, just like catching up with old friends. And there's really no excuse for me not taking a day trip because I have lots of free time during the week. Specifically, Monday through Thursday are my work on YouTube videos days, right? So that's something I could bring with me if I did want to take a day trip. I could bring my computer with me and I could edit as I go, or I could just take a day off from doing YouTube, go and take a day trip, right? So that's something I really have no excuse for not doing. No excuse for not doing. Because I have so much free time, I should take more day trips. That was my minute talking about taking a day trip. Now it's your turn. Once again, push all the way through that minute and try to use get away if you can. Go for it. Random topic number 3 is trying out a new hobby. And the target expression here is give it a whirl. Give it a whirl. What does that mean? If you give it a whirl, you attempt something, often for the first time, to see if you like it or if it works for you. For example, I've never painted before, but I'm going to give it a whirl this weekend. Or why not give it a whirl? You might discover a hidden talent. You know, I'm not just an English teacher. I'm not just a YouTuber either. I also, in my spare time, write. I write kids' books, kids' chapter books, picture books, and something I did recently was I have this project in China, a new picture book, and the title for that book, the publisher had an idea for the title of the book. And the idea was to have me come and do the Chinese calligraphy for the title. Now, Chinese calligraphy is something I have zero experience with. Even as somebody who studies the language, who studies Chinese, I've never done that before. But I decided to give it a whirl, give it a go, give it a try. And I took some ink and a paintbrush and I painted out the title for the book and sent it to them. And now it's going to be included in the book. I thought that was cool. That was my minute. Now it's your turn. Push all the way through. Give it a whirl. Random topic number 4, reading the news. The target expression is keep up with, to stay informed about or maintain pace with something, such as current events or trends. For example, I use a news app to keep up with the latest headlines every morning. He reads business articles to keep up with market changes. You know, I generally try to keep this channel as politics free as I can, simply because I want everybody to feel welcome here, right? I don't want anyone to feel like they have to choose a side. This channel is all about learning English. That's it. However, I have to admit that recently, keeping up with the news has felt a bit frustrating and a bit scary. It feels like the world is in a dark place right now, and keeping up with the news is a bit emotionally exhausting, right? So, recently I've actually been taking a break from the news cycle, and I've been keeping up with TV shows instead. My wife and I have been watching Severance recently, an awesome show, highly recommend. That was my minute. Now it's your turn. Take that minute, push all the way through, and try to use keep up with somewhere in your response. Go for it. Random topic number 5 here is pet sitting for a friend, and the target expression is look after, to take care of or be responsible for someone or something in someone else's absence. So basically, if someone's gone, you look after their thing or look after someone, right? I agreed to look after my friend's cat while she's on vacation. So the friend is gone, the friend is out, the friend is away on vacation. She agrees to look after their cat or take care of her cat while she's gone. Please look after the cat's feeding schedule and clean water bowl daily. Last year, while I was traveling, I was in Los Angeles, and I stayed at my little sister's place in LA for the weekend while she was away with her boyfriend. And while they were gone, they asked me to look after their cat. They have a very cute cat named Misty. So I got some bonding time with Misty the cat. I had a chance to look after Misty, and I love to do that. I love pets, especially cats. And I also remember when I was a little kid, I really wanted a ferret very badly, but my parents, they weren't totally on board. They weren't totally sure about it, so they had me look after a ferret of one of my friends for the weekend. It made our house very smelly, and they ended up saying, no, this is too smelly. You can't get a ferret. That was my response. Now it's your turn. Talk about pet sitting for a friend for 1 minute. Try to use look after. Go for it. Binging a TV show. Man, I am really excited to talk about this one. To binge watch is the target expression, meaning to watch multiple episodes of a TV show in one sitting, usually for an extended period. So basically, if you binge watch a show, then you discover a new show that you are in love with. You're crazy about it, right? And so you spend all day watching episode after episode. She stayed up all night to binge watch the entire season of that drama. I sometimes binge watch old sitcoms on the weekend to relax. Recently, my wife and I have been binge watching two different TV shows. The first one is called Severance. Wow, what a cool show. A little bit sci-fi, a little bit futuristic, a little bit suspense, a little bit thriller. There are comedic aspects as well. It can be a bit funny too. The show is about this separation, the surgery people can get. And when they go into work, something clicks in their brain. And basically, they have a work life and an out of work life. The work life doesn't know about the out of work life, and the out of work life doesn't know about the in work life. So there's an outie and an innie. Right? So it's like the characters are living two separate lives. Super interesting. I would highly recommend that show, Severance. All right, now it's your turn. Go ahead, talk about binging a TV show. Is it something you like to do, something you want to do, something you've been meaning to do? And try to use that expression, binge watch. Go for it. Having trouble sleeping is random topic number 7, and the target expression here is drift off, meaning to fall asleep gradually, often without intending to. So you drift off to sleep, right? You don't really fall asleep right away, but you slowly, gradually fall asleep. I couldn't drift off last night because I kept thinking about work. If you dim the lights and read a book, you might drift off more easily. Don't get me started on having trouble sleeping. Don't get me started on this topic, meaning I have a lot to say about this topic. It relates to me a lot personally. Trouble with sleeping is something I've really struggled with my whole adult life. I feel like I've tried everything, working out, waking up at the same time every day. I don't drink coffee anymore. I don't drink any caffeine. I take melatonin before going to bed. I do yoga, meditation. I try all these different things, and I used to feel like none of it was working, but recently I started reading paper books before sleep. And that seems to have made the biggest difference for me. Reading physical paper books before sleep just makes my eyes really tired, and I drift off much more easily. That was my minute. Now it's your turn. Talk about sleeping troubles and try to use drift off if you can. Go for it. random topic number 8, paper books versus ebooks, right? Like a Kindle or an e-reader. And the target expression is weigh the pros and cons, meaning to consider the advantages and disadvantages of something before making a decision. I need to weigh the pros and cons of buying an e-reader versus sticking to paper books. She carefully weighed the pros and cons before switching to digital textbooks. For me personally, I generally go with paper books, and there are several reasons for that. One reason, like I mentioned earlier, is that paper books help me drift to sleep at night, help me drift off to sleep. If I'm looking at a screen, then that keeps my eyes awake, right? And that makes it really difficult for me to fall asleep, a problem I don't have with paper books. But another reason I tend to prefer paper books is that there are too many options with ebooks, right? With a paper book, I feel like, okay, I need to just commit to this book and focus on one book and read this book. With an ebook, I'm constantly thinking, oh man, there's a whole library right here at my fingertips, and I could go read something else. So I constantly feel a bit distracted. So after weighing the pros and cons, I feel that for me, paper books are the better decision. That was my minute. Now it's your turn. Do you like paper books or ebooks? Go ahead, talk for the full minute. Try to use weigh the pros and cons if you are able. Go ahead. Going to a casino is random topic number 9. Try your luck is the target expression, meaning to attempt to succeed in a situation that depends mostly on chance, often gambling related. So we decided to try our luck at the slot machines, even though we're not big gamblers. He went to the roulette table to try his luck and ended up winning a small amount. I remember years ago visiting my cousin who lived in Las Vegas at the time, and we had so much fun going to the casinos in Vegas. Yeah, we certainly tried our luck at many different casinos. Unfortunately, that luck didn't take us very far. In fact, I think I ended up losing $200,000, $300,000, something. No, I'm just kidding. I ended up losing $100, something like that, but I remember my mentality at the time. My mindset was like, this is totally new. I've never been to the casinos before. And to me, the experience of going to the casinos and checking everything out and, gambling, trying my luck, that was actually worth $100 to me. So I didn't mind that I lost the money. Okay, that was my response. It's your turn. Talk about going to a casino. Try your luck in your response. And guys, there's only one more after this. We're very close. Keep pushing. The final random topic for today is meditating. Meditating, and the target expression is to clear your mind. You guys probably know what this means, but just as a reminder, to clear your mind is to free your thoughts from stress or distractions, focusing on calmness or emptiness. Meditation helps me clear my mind after a hectic day. Great word here, hectic, meaning a chaotic day, a stressful day, a crazy day. Find a quiet place, close your eyes, and breathe deeply to clear your mind. Okay, I'll talk about meditating because I had a pretty interesting new experience yesterday. There's this gym that I go to, and, typically, generally, usually, when I go to the gym, I just lift weights. They have some yoga classes as well, so sometimes I'll try out a yoga class to work on my flexibility, but yesterday, I saw that they were offering this singing bowl meditation and mindfulness class, and that really caught my eye. They use the metal bowls and make them chime. Dong. And, it's kind of a meditation exercise, a mindfulness exercise. So I tried it out, and it was really, really interesting. I was able to clear my mind and really have a sense of inner peace, inner calm, inner serenity. And I think I'll go back. I really enjoyed it. That was my minute. Guys, here's your final opportunity to speak for today's video. Take that minute, talk about meditating or anything else you want to talk about. Try to use clear your mind if you're able to. Are you ready? Go for it. A massive thanks to all of my channel members. Membership is growing quickly. We're getting new members every day. So a huge thanks to you guys if you've become a channel member. YouTube doesn't really pay me much, so I really rely on my members to keep me going. If you want to become a channel member, you can get PDFs for all of my videos. Really great for reviewing what we've learned, making sure you don't forget. You can get access to hours of bonus videos. Yeah, videos that the public does not have access to. And you can get access to my English book club. Personally, this is my favorite part of membership. Every month we read an easy-to-read English novel together. There are opportunities to do little writing reflections, and I will give you feedback on your writing. And, guys, there's really no way around reading a lot if you want to be fluent in English. Reading is something you are just going to have to do one way or the other. And so this is a great opportunity to do just that with a community of people and discuss what we read. It's really fun. So if membership is interesting to you, you get all of this for only $5, the price of a cup of coffee. Give it a whirl. Why not? And if you're in the middle of a study session, don't stop now. I'm going to put another one of my videos on the screen. Go click on it and I'll meet you there. Come on, let's keep going.